Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Arif Wijaya and I am fourth semester English student at the University of Bengkulu. Today I want to share information to you about something we all do almost every day. It is taking a picture. So for many people, taking a picture is just about pressing a button and you got a picture. It seems simple, right? So just click and you get a picture. But actually, photography is more than that. If you want to take a good picture, not just an ordinary one, you need to understand a few important aspects like ISO, shutter speed, white balance, and exposure. So in this video, I will explain that these terms mean and how they can help you to take a better picture, more professional, even from your smartphone. So no more waiting, let's talk about it. Now let's move to the first aspect, which is ISO. Some people say it's like I, S, and O, but actually pronounced as one word, ISO. ISO is the setting that control how sensitive your camera is to light. Low ISO means the camera is less sensitive to light, and the high ISO means it's more sensitive to light. For example, when you're outside on a bright sunny day, you can use a low ISO like 100 or 200. This gives you a clean and clear photo. But if you're in the dark room or taking a photo at night, you may need to use a higher ISO like 800 or 1600 or even 3200. However, the higher ISO is the more noise. So noise or grain you may see in the picture. So it's better to keep ISO low if the lighting is good. And now let's move to the second aspect, which is exposure. So exposure is how bright or dark your photo looks. It's a very important setting because it helps us control the lighting in our picture. So if your photo looks too bright, we call it overexposed, and if it's too dark, we call it underexposed. The goal is to get the right balance so the photo looks naturally and clear. There are three main settings that affect exposure. There is shutter speed, ISO, and aperture. So to adjust the exposure, many camera and smartphone have an exposure slider. So when you tap on the screen to focus, you may see a little sun icon or line that lets you move up or down. So if your photo is dark, you can increase the exposure, but if it's too bright, you can lower the exposure. So always check your photo before you take it. If it looks too dark or too bright, adjust the exposure until it looks just right. And the third aspect we can discuss about white balance. So white balance control the color tone of your photo. So it helps makes the color looks naturally by adjusting for different type of light like sunlight, fluorescent light, or indoor lamps. Sometimes when we take a photo indoors, it looks too yellow or orange, but or when we take a photo outside in the shade, it might look too blue. That's because the camera doesn't always know what kind of light we're in. That's where white balance help us. So for example, if you're in outside on a sunny day, you can choose the daylight white balance. But if you're in indoors or under warm light, try using tungsten or incandescents. So most camera or smartphone have automatic white balance or EWB, which usually works fine, but sometimes adjusting it manually can give your photo a better mood or more accurate color. And now we move to the last aspect we should consider when taking a picture, which is shutter speed. So shutter speed, yes. Shutter speed is control how long the camera sensor is open to light. In a simple word, it decides how fast or slow your camera takes a photo. So a fast shutter speed like 1 per 100 of a second is great for freezing fast motion. For example, if you want to capture someone jumping, running, or a bird flying, a fast shutter speed will make the photo look sharper. A slow shutter speed like 1 per 33 or even 1 second allows more light in and creates motion blur. This is useful for creative effect like showing the flow of water, color lights at night, or low light scenes. But be careful guys, with slow shutter speed you need to hold your camera very still or you can use tripod. And if your hand move even a little, the photo can be blurred. And there are some tips from me for using shutter speed. That use fast shutter speed for sport, action, or bright daylight, and use slow shutter speed in low light or to create motion blur, but use a tripod for a clear result. So you can try both and see how it changes your photo. That's why shutter speed help us decide if we want to freeze the moment or show movement in our photo. So before we end this video, let me give you a short conclusion. Taking a good picture is not just about pressing the button. To get a better photo, we need to understand and consider some important aspects such as ISO, exposure, white balance, and shutter speed. Each of these settings help us control how the photo looks in terms of light, color, and sharpness. By paying attention of this aspect, we can improve the quality of our photo and express our creativity better. So that's all for some tips and some information from us to taking a good picture. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you to take better picture and enjoy your photography more. Don't forget to keep practicing because the more you practice is the better you'll get. So that's all from me and thank you very much. See you.